The executive pastry chef at Beau Rivage Resort in Biloxi, Mississippi, is Thaddeus Dubois. As is often true with big casino operations, he must oversee pastry from breakfast items to chocolates, soufflés, wedding cakes, and fancy sugar work. Here is his rendition of Kaiserschmarren pancake.
Today I'm going to make a Kaiserschmarren. It's a traditional Austrian dessert, and it starts with a plum roster. And a plum roster is just a plum compote. And I've quartered these black plums, and I'm going to do one here quickly. Black plums are nice because the skin is real colorful, and you'll see the compote will have a really nice, brilliant color. A little bit of lemon juice, some sugar, and 1 cinnamon stick, and just about 1 ounce of water, just to start the plums cooking. This will take about 10 minutes until it's finished. The plums will extrude a lot of juice, and you get a really brilliant color from the skins of the plum. Just keep it on high heat. And at the end, we'll add the Kirschwasser, which is a cherry liqueur. This is the plum roster in its finished state, and you can really see the brilliant color that's produced from the black skins of the plum. You can use red plums as well, and that'll produce a more red color. And you want to keep this warm for the final presentation of the dessert. Okay, this is the plum roster. I'm going to add the kirsch at the very end here. Just about 2 teaspoons. You want to mix that in. And that gives a nice finished flavor. And the reason I don't put it in the beginning is the cooking process will evaporate the flavor out.
The pancake is started with egg yolks.
We're going to add the sugar to that. Just whisk them up nice, get a little pale in color. Okay, I have a little bit of salt here, half a teaspoon. A little bit of kirsch, half a teaspoon. And we're going to add the cake flour, sifted cake flour, okay, 4 ounces. Okay, just mix that together. It's much like a souffle. This is the base, and then you're going to fold egg whites into it. Instead of making a souffle, we're going to make a pancake out of it. Okay, now I'm going to add the milk. That's the last thing here. Add part of the milk, and then we'll add the rest of it. Don't be afraid, there may be a little lumps in it, it's no problem. It's typical of this batter. Just 1 whisk here. Okay. That's ready now. Now we're going to whip the whites. While that's mixing, I'm going to add some butter to the skillet. I have a non-stick skillet. It's important because you don't want this to stick, okay? This is an 8-inch. You can use a 12-inch. That works fine here. I'm just going to put a little butter into it. There's your whipped whites, okay? I think it's easier. I'm going to mix this into the whites, okay? And we're going to add some of it first. That way it'll soften up the whites. And then we'll add the remaining. We'll just put it into the pan. Put it about a 1/2 inch thick, okay? going to brown this side, and I'm going to put it in the oven, finish it in the oven. Then I'll bring it out of the oven, flip it over, and brown the second side. And then we're ready for presentation. The pancake I just took out of the oven, you can see it's very fluffy. Okay, now we're going to flip it over just so we can brown the second side. And what I do is I just take a spatula and grab it with my hands and simply flip it over. You can see the nice brown color we achieve. It's important you do it on the stove in the skillet first, you finish it in the oven, you flip it over and finish the second side. That way you get brown on both sides and the center is done. The reason I can't finish it on the stove is the center, or the bottom will burn before the center is done. Okay, so you have to finish it in the oven. Traditionally, they just shredded it with their hands and just broken up. I like to slice it. It looks a little more nice. You can just do strips. So I'll ladle some of this into the bowl. Just make sure the compote is just slightly warm. It doesn't have to be piping hot. Just kind of randomly put them on top here.
Final garnishes include tuile cookies and pecan praline ice cream.
Put that right on top of the pancake. Okay. I have the tuile here. You can just kind of put that in there. I like to garnish this with a purple edible flower because I think it really brings the color of the compote to the top of the dish, and you can just stick that in the ice cream. And there you are, Kaiser Schmarrn.